All right, we're going to study polynomials. And before we start, it's going to tell us all about this. But the word poly right here, at the beginning of this, there's a root word in nomials, okay? So poly means many. Have you ever heard, not Mary, come on. There we go, that was an R, not as an N, looked like it. Okay, have you ever heard of the Polynesian Islands? Polynesia or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in the word Hawaii, and that means many islands, because poly means many. This nomial means terms.
So many terms.
Yes, so if I had like 6x to the third minus 9x squared plus x plus 3, this has many terms. Here's actually has 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. And terms are always separated by an add
Or subtract or divide.
or a subtract, not a multiply or divide. So for example, if I had 2xyz plus 3, this is two terms, one term, two terms. These are all separated by multiplies, but that still constitutes one term. So a term is only separated by an add or subtract. Okay?
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
And so there are lots of different names. We name these based on how many terms they have. Okay? So something that has one term, like 5x squared, is called a monomial. The word mono means one. If you ever heard, the thing that comes to my mind is before they used to have stereo, and when you had headphones and you heard the same sound coming out of it, you could have newer ones when I was a kid, had where you could hear maybe the drums on one side and other things. You can hear it, and that's how they are now. If you'll listen in your house, sometimes you'll hear certain things on one side of your stereo or your speakers, and those are in stereo, meaning that you're hearing different things on different sides. But if you're hearing it in mono, you're hearing all the same thing on one side.
Okay.
So if I have two terms, y to the third minus 9, this is a binomial. The prefix bi, meaning like a bicycle has two wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so we have the three terms, 4x to the second minus 20x plus 5. This is a trinomial because it's three terms. Actually quite straightforward. Tricycle, trinomial, triangle. We have lots of those with three terms, okay? There's something that I want you to notice about this screen and this one right here. That I want you to notice the exponents. I'm going to use my eraser right here. The exponents are going down. We have a 3, then a 2. There's an invisible 1 right there, and then none. Okay, they're going down in order, starting with the highest exponent and going down. And this is called standard form. Okay, and when I wrote this one over here, this was also in standard form. It had a 2, then an invisible 1, and then none. Okay.
Okay.
We don't always have to write them in standard form, but probably the answers to this textbook are going to be in standard form. Okay. And so this thing would still be true if I wrote this not in standard form. It would still be the right answer if I said negative 20x plus 4x squared plus 5, if you were like combining like terms. But if the instructions said to put it in standard form, this wouldn't be in standard form. The top one would. Okay. When we're writing something in standard form, we also want to look at what's called a degree. Now, before I go too far, all these things are called polynomials. Mm-hmm. All of them are polynomials, but there's a specific kind of polynomials, a monomial, a binomial, and trinomial. We don't usually go much higher. We don't do quadrinomials or pentanomials. We usually just go up to as high as that, okay? If we go anything higher, we would just say the polynomial with 4 terms or something to that effect, okay? So on that one I just had before, 4x squared minus 20x plus 25, this is called a second degree trinomial. It's called a second degree because the highest exponent in this whole entire thing is a 2. Okay. And so if I did something like 3x to the third plus 5x plus 7, this is a third degree polynomial, and it's a third degree trinomial because there's 3 terms. Okay? Now, the trouble comes when I get a polynomial that has something like this one, 17mn squared plus, or minus in this case, minus 2m to the 5th n to the 2nd plus 10 n to the 3rd n to the 2nd. Okay, these cannot become... Yes, we just add those to find out the degree. Now, we can't put them together in any more way. So this one would be a 1, so that would have a 3 there. This would be a 7, and this would be a 5. So we take the highest, okay? And so this makes this whole polynomial a 7th degree polynomial. This term has a degree of 3, 7, and 5, but the whole thing has a degree of 7.
Okay.
So we just add, you're right, we just add those exponents up, okay? And so, this is a monomial, binomial, or trinomial.
Okay.
Which one is it?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's trinomial.
So this is a 7th degree trinomial, okay? And so that's basically what we're going to do, is just use these words to now classify them, okay? But let's read this box up here just to make sure we get it, okay? It says, according to the mathematical definition, polynomials are written using ax to the n. I'm going to actually write that. Ax to the n, okay? Where a is any number like a 5 or a 6 or a 7 or a 2, okay? And x is the variable and n is any exponent, okay? It's any whole number. So this can't be a fraction. It can't be a decimal.
Right.
It has to be 0 up to whatever, but it can't be any decimals. So this would have to be, let's say, to the 2nd, okay? In the expression 6x to the 3rd plus 9x squared plus x plus 3, I think we already wrote that one up here, right?
Yes.
Right there, okay? This is in standard form, and I already talked about that. Standard form because it goes in order of decreasing, okay?
Okay.
So for polynomials to be a polynomial, the degree has to be positive, and it has to be no decimals. That's what a whole number means, okay? All right. So some of the questions they're going to ask you is they want this 5x to the 7th. What degree is that?
To the 7th term.
Yes, 7th degree, right? And 2xy to the 2nd. What degree is that one?
2nd degree.
No. Careful.
No, 3rd degree.
Yes, 3rd degree. Let's do 14m to the 2nd, np to the 3rd.
1, 2, 3, 6.
Very good. 6th degree. Now they want you to write still the degree of this one. X to the 4th minus 7x, and that's 4th. Yeah, okay, it's okay. X squared plus x. What's the degree of this one?
4. But it's negative. Oh, but the okay.
But
yeah,
the exponent is not. That's right.
7.
Careful. How'd you get 7th?
Because I added the 4 and the 2
And the 1. Now let's see the difference. Okay, back here, this was one term. Okay, this one's multiple terms because I'm separated by this at subtracting the at.
So
I only
it'd be the 7th degree trinomial.
We take the highest. This has got this term has a 4th degree. This one has a 2nd degree, and that has a 1 degree.
So 4th degree trinomial?
Yes, so this is a 4th degree trinomial. And it looks like they just want you to write the degree. So this is a 4th degree.
Okay.
Okay? Let's do this one. 5m to the 3rd minus 3n to the 5th p plus mnp 6. Okay?
So 6th degree.
And how did you decide that?
Because 6th is the high, no, it's not. 6, 7, 8. 8th degree.
Yes, this is going to be the highest. This one has an 8. This one has 6, and this one has 3. So we're going to take the highest. So this is an 8th degree. Okay? The next one, they want you to write monomial, binomial, trinomial, or polynomial. Complete the description by writing the number of variables and degree. So number 7. Negative 7 x, y, z, 4. First of all, they want to know if this is a monomial, binomial, trinomial, or just a polynomial.
Good
job.
Monomial, yeah.
And they want you to tell me how many variables there are.
3. Sorry.
3 variables. And what's the degree?
7th degree.
No.
Because don't you add up these?
You do. So this is a 1, and this is a 1, and a 4.
6th degree.
6th.
I added the 7.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean the z, not the 7.
Yeah. Okay, so then, let's do another one. 9x squared minus 4xy plus 7y squared.
So that's a trinomial.
Trinomial.
And then what was the other question?
How many variables?
1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, but we have an x and an x, so that's only one. And we have a y and a y, and so that's
so
only
it's
two variables. Very good.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Good thing we're going over this. This is good. And then what's the degree of this?
Okay. Second degree.
Yes. Let's do another one. Let's do 20 x to the third yz plus 19x, yz plus, I'm running out of room, 3yz squared. I'm being really messy. I should be a better example. Y squared z. Okay. Monomial, binomial, trinomial, or polynomial?
Trinomial.
How do you decide that?
No. Polynomial.
How do you decide that?
Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Very good. 4. It's more than 3, so it's just a polynomial. Okay, how many variables?
1, 2, 3.
3. Good. And what's the degree?
Okay, this is gonna be hard. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for y, and 1, 2. Well, y to the fifth degree.
How did you decide that?
Because I had to add up the y's. 1, 2.
Oh, you're adding all the y's.
Yeah, because they have the most, so it's going to be the highest.
Let's
right?
go back here. How did we decide this was a... Oh, wait, let's go back to this one. How did we decide this one was a 6th degree?
Because we added up all the variables. So you need to add all the variables.
Do we add all the variables on all of them? How did we... Because we said this one has a 3, this one had a 6, and this one an 8, and we took the highest on this one. So this was an 8th degree. So then if we're going to do this one over here...
Oh, okay. So we do like 3, 4, 5 on this one.
Okay, this is a 5.
And then 2 here.
2.
And then this one has 3 for that one.
Okay.
And then 3 for that one.
So this is a...
5th degree.
Right, and I'm going to erase all those because it looks like we're dividing.
Yeah.
So we said this was a 5th degree, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I think...
Yeah, I just need to remember that you don't add them all up. It's only on the just the monomials.
Yes, yes, right. Because there's only, since we had a polynomial here, we have to see which one has the highest.
Right, and it's only on the monomial that you add the two things.
Right.
Got it.
All right. Polynomials. We're just classifying right now. There's not really any adding and subtracting except to find the degree.
Yeah.
And just to understand. That way, when you're talking, when you're going to be reading some stuff, at times for, to instructions, you'll got to make sure that you understand what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay? All right. Good.